What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of their Celebrity Junk. Former MVP quarterback Cam Newton, who I believe might be towards the tail end of his career. I don't know where he'll be playing next year, but I think that if he can get a good fit, New England, I don't really count that because no OTAs, no preseason. The guy didn't really have a chance to show what he could do. He's still young, only 32. Not bad for a quarterback. I don't know where he'll be playing next year, but obviously he still has the tools to play. But I want to talk about, this kind of interview he did with Brittany. Now, it was quite popular, but, Cam has 4 kids with a lady sort of like Brittany Renner. Kia Proctor is not like, from what I understand, a nun or anything. When Cam met her, she was already a single mom. So they had 4 kids together. And how I believe they met, she was in the strip club. All right? She's in the strip club. Now, they broke up once he had a baby with another IG model. They have been in the court of establishing the custody of their kids. He's demanding DNA to, get a paternity and all this. She's basically, she was stripping in DC and all sort of stuff. So that's how he met her. But he didn't marry her. People want to know why. And he's been kind of vague about it. I can tell you why. It's the reason why all guys don't want to get married right now who have a lot of money. It's because you don't want to lose what you've made in divorce. That's why. Okay? I'm not going to give you what I've paid for in a divorce. Simple. Still got love for you. Still want to deal with you. But I work too hard. I'd have made $123 million. You'll never get it. Same thing with Nelly. Why do you think Nelly's about all these long-term relationships? They don't want to marry these chicks. Because why? I don't want you to rape my pockets. Okay? I just don't. I saw what happened to Dr. Dre. I've seen what's happened to other guys. All right? Jeff Bezos. No. Okay? Don't want that. Don't want that. I want to come in and make my money, and you can't take it. And if you with me, in so many words, I'll just get rid of you. That's kind of, what I'm thinking is the case here. That's kind of what I believe, even though he won't say it. And the question is like, okay, why did you have that many babies with a woman that you felt like that with? Well, I liked her for the time being, but I'm moving on now. And see, here's the danger when women choose to have children by athletes, especially when they're young in their prime. 32 is still a young man. These guys have so much opportunity to deal with guys. But I mean, obviously, if you're a stripper, you're already single mom as it is. Have baby by Cam Newton, and she's only getting like $15,000 a month. But the reality is, these guys, more and more, are going to do what they can to protect their wealth. They're not even risking having a prenuptial agreement. Like, we're not even going to do that. Like, at the most, I'll pay you as child support. Like Tristan Thompson, he's paying like 120 grand in child support for 3 kids. But that don't have nothing to do with his empire. He could be worth $100 million in investment. You cannot get that business. You will not have access to things that I've built. I'll pay you child support, but I will not let you have my stuff. And many guys are having that mindset, and the system has kind of pushed marriage away, because really, what is it that guys get out of it, depending on the state? If you get married in like California, New York, even Georgia, you lose, shout out to the lead attorney. It's over. When things are done, it's not losing 50%. It's losing almost 70%. So imagine, me, I'm not rich or anything. I've worked so hard to build up, my savings, my 401k investments, and I'm going to just give that up to you. And I met you after I was that person. It's not like you met me and I was like Denzel Washington and you put me through school and then we got rich together. That's not what we're dealing with here. You met me when I was rich. And then because you met me, you're trying to get half of my like Nicole Young. Dr. Dre was already the Dr. Dre when they were rich. And I'll give Kia Proctor, she's not asking for a whole lot of money for child support. $15,000, which is fairly decent for what he can afford. Listen, and he's a dumb athlete for having a baby with another IG model, if that's the truth. But that's the case. $132 million, the answer is no. You want $130 million, you're not gonna get it off me. And as long as you're with me, I'll take care of you. I'll take you to nice trips. You don't want to be with me anymore? It's over. I'll take care of the kids. That's it. You want some clout off my name? You want to be a reality show superstar? Go do that. But you're not going to get my money. And until the laws are changed for marriages, that's what you're going to see. Because what are you going to see now? Like, shout to Alpha Male Strategies and these things like, okay, well, you signed a prenup. She can say, oh, well, I was stressed when I signed that prenup. So now that's a whole big deal. We're agreeing about what you can and cannot have in the state. All right? And that's the situation here. And, we just want to talk about this. This is really, really, really interesting. But we already know that, listen, you're not woman enough to be you're not woman to be my wife. Some guys, you don't want to tell them this, right? But we're going to just be real. Okay? Some guys don't want to say, you're woman enough to have a baby by me. You're not woman enough to be my wife. Hey, you're not special enough. I think maybe if Cam can marry Rihanna, I probably would do it. Cam can marry Beyonce, probably would do it. But woman to be my wife, for me to stop dealing with these other chicks, you're not good enough. And I'm looking at what guys, not what they say, but what they're not saying. I think this is sort of relevant to the conversation. This is why he never married her. And that's why you see a lot of these athletes not marrying these chicks. They're going to pay child support and not lose their fortune. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoon remains an all-time high. I'm out.